YouTube, what is going on, guys? It's not your Madden Average. It's your boy Madden Elite back with another video today. Hope you guys are doing fantastic today. Today we have the Carolina Panthers playbook, and no, we are not going to be running bunch from this playbook. If you guys are new to this series, I'm taking every one of the 32 NFL team playbooks and trying to find the most unique scheme in that playbook and then taking it into MUT head-to-head and trying to win a MUT game. So far, we have been able to find some pretty unique schemes in the previous playbooks. If you guys have not checked those out, be sure to check those out. And of course, once again, I got some heat for you guys today. Now, before we get further into the video, please be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you guys do not miss when I upload a video. And if you guys have been watching the videos and are enjoying the content, please go ahead and hit the like. Definitely helps me out a ton as far as content, and you know what, it lets me know that you guys are enjoying the content that I'm putting out. So yeah, let's get into this mini scheme. Today we have the Carolina Panthers playbook. In this playbook we are going to be running the gun trips. It's only in this playbook and I believe the spread playbook. I'm not going to touch on those alternate playbooks, so we're going to run this trips formation for this Carolina Panthers playbook. And this formation's actually not too bad, to be honest. It has some pretty good route combos. Now, the very first thing you see here is we have a tight end that is lined up at our slot receiver, but we don't want that, of course. So the very first thing that we are going to do, we are going to hit the sub packages twice to the left. And what that is going to do is going to put the tight end on the inside position. So now we're going to have our tight end lined up inside and our three receivers lined up on the outsides. But if you guys want a fourth wide receiver on the field, what you guys can do is go back to the stock package, hit R1 for your subs, go ahead and sub out your slot receiver on the far inside. You don't want to mess this up or else you can really mess up the packages. So you're going to sub in the far inside slot receiver, and then you're going to go sub out the far outside receiver, and then you're going to sub back in that slot receiver. Now what that's going to do when you go over to the package, it's going to have your fourth wide receiver, whoever you have on the depth chart, it's going to put him at that tight end position. So you're going to be able to run a 4 wide receiver set, which is what I'm going to be doing. So for anybody that wants to check this playbook out, if you're interested in audibling around to 3 receiver sets, definitely keep that tight end lined up on the inside. Okay, so for the audibles in this formation, audible number 1 is going to be middle slant, audible number 2 is going to be sail, audible number 3 is going to be fade stop, and audible number 4 is going to be stick wheel. So the first play we're going to go over is going to be middle slant. We're just going to run it against a generic cover 3, nothing too crazy. Now this play is pretty simple. It's just a bunch of high-low reads all over the field. The very first thing I like to do in this formation is always put the running back on a table route. If you guys have been watching the previous schemes, I always like to put the running back on table routes just because the instant throw to the running back and trucking upfield is so good. Now the second thing about this formation is this C route on the left side of the field. The only other play that I've ever seen this C route is double post from this same playbook actually. But this C route over here is actually really good. It gets over purples, it beats man to man. I'll go ahead and show you guys right here. This is a purple, I believe, on the safety over there, and you guys can see it still gets over that safety. Now again, this is a stock purple, so if your opponent does turn on zone drops, you're obviously not going to be able to throw that. But of course, we got some stuff against zone drops for you guys. So this play, we're going to keep it pretty basic. I'm just going to be putting the running back on a flat route, and the reads are going to be pretty simple. You're going to read that curl, running back. On the right side, that's going to be your high-low read on the right side, and your high-low read on the left side is going to be the drag with the C route by Mike Evans. And of course, over the middle of the field, you're going to be able to have Miller on this post. You can also put him on a smart route post if you want it a little bit deeper, or you can put him on this crosser if you want the route to go even deeper than that. So we're going to go ahead and hike this play just like this. As you guys can see, this post in the middle of the field gets open against just about anything in the game. So your opponent's basically going to be forced to guard that. What's that going to do is just going to leave your high-low reads open on the outsides. Whatever high-low read you want to go to, you're going to be able to make that read on the outsides. You're not going to have to worry about their user. Now, of course, if their user gets really aggressive, you're just going to be able to kill them with this post over the middle of the field. This post is just really good. So that is the first setup that we have for this play. The second setup is going to be more of a beater, I want to say. We're going to motion over this circle outside receiver. We're going to put him on a slant, and then we are going to put our R1 receiver on a post. I am showing this with Hot Route Master. I'm going to be using Hot Route Master in MUT, so you do want Hot Route Master for most of these route combos to work. So we're going to go ahead and hike this ball, step up in the pocket. Hopefully I don't get sacked. But you guys can see R1 is kind of starting to break open. I'll go ahead and replay that. Unfortunately, sheds are just insane in practice mode, and I don't have 2 controllers. So as you guys can see right here, Scotty Miller is running the deep post. He's running, and you guys can see all this open area right here. If you guys just pass lead to the left, that's an easy touchdown, or you guys can even low ball this if you wanted, and it would be thrown kind of around this area right here, right? You just possession catch it, don't want to get hit. But that's basically the 2 route combos against this. Now that second route combo I just showed you guys, mainly want to use it against cover 3, definitely do not want to use it against cover 2. Now for the second play, this may be my favorite play in this formation. We're gonna streak the X receiver on the far inside. We're gonna smoke screen the far outside receiver, which is circle. And we are going to put the running back on an angle route or a Texas route out of the backfield. And you guys can see if they're not using this crosser over the middle of the field with Mike Evans, you're gonna see just how good this route is. Of course, we get just absolutely shedded. But if you guys did see Mike Evans breaking open, I'll go ahead and replay that. Again, sheds are insane in practice mode. So we're gonna run this replay. As you guys can see, Mike Evans cuts in and he's just absolutely naked in the middle of the field. We'll go ahead and try to run it again so we can show you guys. All right, hopefully we don't get shedded this time. We step up in the pocket, we have time, and you guys can see square is just wide open for a big gain. Now, if your opponent does go back and user that, most people are going to, you know, user those routes over the middle of the field. You have this kind of slant hitch right here by Scotty Miller, by the R1 receiver, which is going to be really good. It sits in a perfect spot where the zone can't really get there, or the zone kind of just starts backing up towards that crosser on the left side. So it's just going to leave that R1 route wide open. They're going to have to man it up. They're gonna have to do some crazy stuff to guard that, and they're not going to be able to guard the R1 route, the square route, along with the other plays that I have for you guys. And of course, let's say they man up R1, they're all over the square route, then of course you guys do have this Texas route right here. I couldn't do what I wanted to do right there, but you guys can actually playmaker it if you guys have enough time. All right, so we're gonna try this one more time. Hopefully we don't get shedded. I think we got it. As you guys can see, the angle route kind of just sits in a perfect spot where you can playmaker it if you have enough time for that. So yeah, this is probably gonna be a play that I'm gonna be running a lot in the gameplay video, especially if our opponent's running a lot of cover 3, which of course is the meta right now. Now for the third play, fade stop. I only have one setup out of this because it's only a setup that I'm going to be using to really attack the sidelines. We're going to put R1 on a post, circle on an in route, the running back on a table route, and Mike Evans on a streak. We're going to go in motion over Godwin to the opposite side of the field and hike it as soon as he crosses. And if we step up in the pocket, have enough time, you guys can see Godwin gets just absolutely naked against those purples. Again, if they have zone drops at the correct depth, you're probably not going to be able to throw it. So that's when you got to start mixing up some of the other plays with the high-low reads and things like that. Now for the final play in our audibles, we are going to go over stick wheel. This is actually a really good play as well. First thing we want to do is we want to smart route this circle route just to make it a little bit shorter. Then, like in every other play, we're going to put the running back on a table route. We're going to streak our X receiver, and we are going to drag our R1 receiver. And you're just going to have a bunch of high-low reads over the middle of the field. So let's go ahead and hike this. You can see R1 is there. Circle is just getting absolutely naked, and the running back was wide open there as well. If you guys saw right there, we'll go ahead and run it again. So we're gonna go ahead and run that again. We're gonna put X on a streak, the running back on a table route. We're gonna smart route circle, drag R1, and we're gonna keep square on that slant. So let's go ahead and hike this. Hopefully we get enough time in the pocket, step up in the pocket, and of course we don't get any time in the pocket. But as you guys did see right there, the circle receiver, or Antonio Brown, on this far outside route is getting absolutely naked. Once he cuts in, you can see you could just throw it right here in this area, bullet pass. Especially in MUT with Gunslinger, the ball's going to get there much quicker than with Brady, of course. So you're going to be able to throw it right there, right over the linebackers. They're going to have to user it. And of course, just like with any other play that has a route like this that they have to user, it's just going to leave a lot of your other underneath routes wide open. As you guys can see, the check down is open right here. You can just dump it off straight to the running back. And if your opponent starts to hard flat and they're not double flatting and they only have hard flats on the field, this slant is going to get wide open. This corner is going to be all the way down to the running back. You're going to be able to throw the slant. So overall, this is just a really good play to go to. But still, my favorite play is going to be this sail play. I'm going to be running that sail play a lot. Now in the gameplay video, I'm not going to be running the ball too much. I really just want to air the ball out and show off the route combos. But I do want to point out that this formation does have some really good runs. It has an RPO bubble, it has an RPO zone, and it does have an inside zone, which is also really good. Now there is one more play that we are going to go over, which is also going to be a cover 3 beater. We're going to go over slot drive. We're going to call this, we're going to go up against cover 3, and sort of like the first play that we were going over with the C route, only this time you're going to have a comeback route, and it's going to work a little bit better with the comeback route. Now the reason I prefer the other play over this one is just because you can actually throw the C route. A comeback route is not really a route that you throw in this year's game. So the C route can still be thrown if that's a read on the field. This play is going to be a specific cover 3 beater. You're not really reading that square receiver. You're just using him to pull that third down. So what we're going to do is we're going to motion Brown over to the opposite side of the field. We're going to put R1 on a post. We're going to slant our circle receiver. We're going to put X on a streak, and we're going to put R1 on a flat. Now, of course, if you guys do want more time, because this is a beater, you're going to need a little bit more time. You can block the running back if you want to. You really just want the slant to be able to occupy their user. We're going to go ahead and hike this, and as you guys can see, if we get enough time, hopefully we do, if you guys just pass lead inside, R1 is wide open for a big gain. And if you guys are able to get a little bit more time and just wait for that post to just clear the safety, you guys can just bomb it over top for a one play touchdown. Now again, like I said, in MUT we are going to have gunslingers, so the ball is going to be getting there much quicker. So yeah, that does it for this mini scheme. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video, and if you guys are interested in running something different at the end of this year, definitely give this formation a look. It looks really fun to run, especially if you love to pass the ball. The gameplay video for this formation should be dropping shortly after I post this video, so be on the lookout for that. And of course, again, if you guys have been enjoying the content, definitely hit the subscribe button and turn the notification bell on so you guys do not miss when I upload. Helps me a ton. And if you guys have been enjoying these videos, hit the like button one time. Let's try to get these videos to 10 likes. So yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. As always, stay safe. Peace.